3 years ago, I taught myself how to code because someone said I couldn't. And I'm very petty. Like I'm very like why I got into latte art is because someone said it's too hard for me to grasp. So I'm like, okay. Now I'm a 46-time champion. So last year I started trying to redefine myself because I don't like to get stagnant. I think once you're comfortable, it leads to failure. And I never want to get comfortable. So I want to teach myself and keep on reinventing myself. So last year we started doing metaverses. And I never thought we were going to make like $1. I'm like, maybe it's just for me. Maybe I'll do these for me. Man, it took off in a crazy way that I had no expectations for.
So today we're here with D, but D, what's your other name on Twitch?
Neon Sniper Panda.
Okay, so we want to understand Twitch. So tell me about how you got on Twitch. Like, why did you get on there originally? How many people do you have following you on Twitch?
About 1.53 million. And originally when I got on there, I wanted to play John Madden football. And I wanted to play it in front of my friends. I had about 2 friends. Fortunately, they didn't want to watch. So it was just me and myself. I couldn't get my mom to watch it first. All right. And then I switched over to Fortnite. Oh, that was negative viewership.
All right.
People just wanted to hear me talk about life. Started talking, just chatting and talking about like my past and how we came up from the struggle and everything. And people vibe with that, and the numbers just start shooting up.
So when like, how long were you on before you switched over to that kind of format?
I was on for a year.
And then you decided to switch the format?
Yeah, I met a couple of rappers, and I was always good at doing production design. I have dreams, and then with these dreams come like something crazy like this. So
wait, but before we move on, you start talking about your life. Give us a few beats of what it was to suddenly get millions of followers. Like if I talked about my life, like people would drop off. I have 100 followers. They would like, it's boring.
So I used to be homeless. My biological grandmother died, but then 10 months of each other, and had nowhere to go. So for almost a year, I was homeless. I was sleeping at a train station in cars. And then St. Patrick's Day, these people were giving bottles of water and free hugs. I could care less about the free hug, but it seemed like I needed to do the free hug for the bottle of water. I was very thirsty that day, so I did it. That's where I met my parents. Like the best thing that ever happened to me. They saved my life for so much, and no one knew I was homeless. I kept it a secret. I was a really resourceful homeless guy. Like if I needed to take a shower, I would get like a 7-day pass at a gym. I would go to the library, print it out. Boom, now I can shower. I would go to the mall and get samples. Boom, I'm eating. Right? Keep on getting samples. Try to cover my face. And be like, oh, I haven't got a sample yet. Can I have another? So, weeks and weeks of them taking me home, they had a suspicion after they never seen me go into this house they always took me to. And then they, put up on me when I was sleeping at the train station. So they found out I was homeless, and my mom was like, hey, I'm not sure if you'll find this weird, but I'm willing to be your mom. And I'm like, oh, snap. Yeah. From there, my dad told me to get passionate about something. And I remember we going to Starbucks after. Starbucks, the people were like really like nice. The businessman and the barista seemed like they were equals at that point. And I'm like, dang, I really like that. So I fell in love with coffee and did coffee for 16 years, like at Starbucks for 1 year. Then I did Texas Coffee School. Then I just started becoming like a champion in latte art. I have won 46 latte art championships.
No, you mean like when you pour, Jesse doesn't drink coffee, but for the rest of us, billions of people watching this podcast, you mean like the little art that comes on, like when you pour?
Yeah, like when you're pouring.
Yeah.
The art that comes with that is called a tulip rosetta or heart, unless you do stenciling. I stencil pandas, but I don't compete with that. When you're competing, you're only free pouring. And I'm one of the best at it. I won 46 championships.
All right, so you're a champion barista, and then you go to New York, and then what happens?
I'm from New York, partnered up with like 5 people. Terrible idea. 5 maybe too many. All right. But from there, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to go back to Dallas. I tried something, I failed it. I never rode the subway, by the way. It freaked me out. Like smell them dog-sized rats. I was like, no, I'm not riding the subway. But I rode the subway today because I didn't have enough money for Uber. And one of the guys that I served coffee to, He was like, hey, you that coffee guy? I'm like, yeah. He was like, would you like to come do coffee for Trunk Club? Yes. Yes. He was like, we'll let you build a program. We'll give you free rent and we'll pay your employees. So no overhead?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, please. They're like, just do exactly what you did at your coffee shop here. And that literally saved my coffee ownership career. And from there, it just went crazy.
But at some point, you start to think about the metaverse.
Yeah. So 3 years ago, I taught myself how to code because someone said I couldn't. And I'm very petty. Like, I'm very like, why I got into latte art is because someone said it's too hard for me to grab. So I'm like, okay. Now I'm a 46-time champion. So last year, I started trying to redefine myself because I don't like to get stagnant. I think once you're comfortable, it leads to failure. And I never want to get comfortable. So I want to teach myself and keep on reinventing myself. So last year we started doing metaverses. And I never thought we were going to make like $1. I'm like, maybe it's just for me. Maybe I'll do these for me. Man, it took off in a crazy way that I had no expectations for. Then I found someone who can match my wits in coding and also match my like skill. His name is Cha. And I love him. Like that's my right hand man. He's in the Philippines. And he's just really good. Like, he's actually better than me. I just can't let him know that.
But can I ask you a question? When you said, okay, I'm going to teach myself how to code, was there something about coding that was going to lead you because you're an artist as well? Like, what were you excited about that got, once you got into this coding world, what were you creating and then what was going on? Because you also were the artist with the latte. I'm going to go back to the coffee. You were making art with the milk, right? Or the foam.
Yeah. So I think I love art, right? I can't draw to save my life, but I love paintings. I love language, right? I love just the art of meeting people. And the art of coffee and the art of coding is not super different. You're doing it in two different vessels, but you're creating, right? There we go. I love to create. And when I create code, I'm creating metaverses, worlds, multi-metaverses is what I'm trying to call one. I love to be the guy just create. I like to be behind the scenes sometimes, just to create and make stuff that is impossible possible. Possible.
So let's talk about Twitch. So how do you get onto Twitch?
So get onto Twitch because I was feeling stagnant with coffee because I won so much. It's like, what else do I need to do? Should I just get to 50 and stop? So I'm getting bored because I'm not feeling challenged no more. So Twitch, my viewers were like 1, 2. And sometimes they can be disheartening, but for me, I use it as fuel, right? Like, oh, you guys don't want to watch me now. But wait a minute. And I always tell my friends, don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job you want. So I take that with this. Like, so when I do setups like this, I dress for the job that I want. I want to be a really big streamer. So I started doing really cool setups for famous people. That's how I kind of got pretty popular on Twitch, is by doing setups for people like the rapper T Grizzly, some Face Clan guys, soon to be Anthony Davis.
What do? You go on Twitch and you start looking around at other people and you say, well, their setups are bad. I need to do this.
Most famous people are notorious for having terrible setups. They're like, I'm famous. I don't need anything. But I'm like, Anthony Davis, would you play basketball with a flat basketball?
Right.
So why would you go on Twitch with a terrible mic?
Right.
So I want them to understand, like, it's a craft. Like, I love craft. I love bettering my craft, and Twitch is a craft. And you have to put your best foot forward.
And is that the thing about it that people don't understand, is that there's a bunch of rules to it, but if you don't know the rules, you're just not going to make it?
Yes. And sometimes even if you know the rules, sometimes it's not for you. I know a lot of creators that have the potential, but they don't know how to craft that potential into something that people want to watch.
So like a person who doesn't know anything about Twitch and they're just going to get onto it, like let's say Priscilla wanted to have a Twitch account. Like what would be the proper way for Priscilla to think about it before she got the account?
What are you passionate about?
She's passionate about yoga.
I'm passionate about yoga
on Twitch,
social justice, dogs.
Any of this stuff line up on Twitch?
Yeah, there is yoga. A lot of yoga is on Twitch.
Well, she also loves rap. So would it be,
hey, if you want to go spit a couple of bars, I think it perfect. I think it would be perfect.
Okay, let's switch it around because I think the person that really needs some help is Jesse. Look at his background. Okay, he's talking to people all day long.
I'd be perfect on Twitch.
But I mean, when you say you're helping people, I'm confused. Are you helping them virtually with a virtual setup, or like what are we doing?
So we'll go to their house and I tell them, give me a week. And I make them leave me alone in their house for 2 days, so I can like think about how I'm gonna do it. We draw it up on 3D, and I just go for it. Right? Takes me 2 days to get that process though. For this process, I was dreaming about it for like a week.
Wait, will you pull back and show us the view again? Because your place is awesome. Yeah.
Is that what it takes to have a setup that extensive, or can you do it smaller than that and it work, D?
No. A lot of people are smaller. I can work in a shoebox because I lived in a shoebox in New York. So I'm really good at adjusting. I just need to sit in the room for like 2 days. Sometimes the ideas come faster, but it just depends. But I tell people like 2 days, be off to the races.
What's happening on your ceiling? It's spectacular.
Those are clouds. In the clouds, I'm not sure you can see, there's birds, there's doves, and then these two right here are pandas riding doves.
That's what I thought. There's something panda going on.
So you go on there, you have one listener, now you just start talking to people. What happens? Like the first week, do you have 10 listeners, then 50? Like, how does it go?
No, you got to build your audience. And I have a little strategy. What I like to do, I like to go to other people's channel and be like, man, I think you got potential. Let's fly you out, And a lot of these people have never been flown out before in their life. So
that's to build a business, D. What about to just build your channel? Is it the same thing?
That's how I build my channel as well. Like collaborate with people that their audience will probably never met you or never clicked on your name. Collaborate with them. Now their audience knows about me. They're like, man, that Panda guy is a cool guy. Let's see what he's been doing.
Well, now, how did you get onto this concept? Did you know it from the beginning?
So people used to invite me over to different podcasts, and I noticed my viewership would go up every time I collaborated. I was like, ding, how about I do it on a massive scale? Let me try to collaborate with this person in England,
right,
Australia, New Zealand, and like bring their audience to American audience, which they'll probably never would have found me otherwise, and try to keep on expose myself to them.
But were you finding them? Were you going after them for passion, right? It wasn't the numbers. It wasn't like
no. It was potential. Like, because I also want to help the person I'm inviting over. I want to invite them to come, do this project with me, and hopefully they grow as well. Because my audience don't know anything about them. Right. My audience sometimes they're the same. There's only 3 creators that have been over here that are bigger than me, so it works a little differently, but it's pretty amazing.
And how do you collaborate? Because these shows overlap, right? Like you can get on other people's shows and then you give them your audience and then they give you their audience.
Yes. They'll tweet out. I'll tweet out, yo, I'm live and this person is with me. And they'll also do the same thing.
But when your show ends, one of your friends' show gets picked up and put right into the feed.
I raid them. So you can raid them with your audience. So when you're offline, it'll show their channels.
Right. Okay. Can I just ask you a question though? What the panda is so significant. What is the significance? Why the panda?
So my little sister, she was about 3 at the time. Her name is Caroline. She's 10 now. And she used to call me her coffee panda. And I just took it. She's the master at branding at 3 years old. So I ran with it. I'm like, deal, I'll be the panda.
Yeah.
Okay, just for everyone who might be watching this or listening, how many people are on Twitch, D? Like how many, do you know how many people are on Twitch?
Billions with a B.
B, right? And it's global, international.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the appeal is? Because people are just hanging out on there,
I think especially during COVID, I think instead of, because, I believe Twitch is like taking over TV, right? To an extent, there's still amazing TV shows. I personally love a lot of TV shows that are on right now. It feels like it's personal. Like you're in this person's living room, hanging out with them. Yeah. It's that personality. Like a lot of my viewers, like we watch movies together in Discord. Like we have movie nights. We just hang out. We're like a family. Right. People like that closeness and they like to watch you go on adventures.
Interesting. You have a house now. It seems like you have a lot of guests now. Do you have more guests than before?
Yes, because when you have a hot tub, Twitch, especially the females, love to come over and just be in the hot tub because I'm not sure if you ever seen Twitch and their hot tubs, but they have kiddie pools in their living room. Since we have a hot tub, they love to be over here more. So the collaborations are happening faster.
Yeah.
Faster pace.
So when they come, a collaboration can just be you sitting down and talking to them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interviewing them, talking to them, asking them questions, and just being funny, making sure everybody has good vibes.
And it goes on. These conversations can go on for hours. They're not like a 10-minute interview. Like, how long do some of these things last?
Yesterday we streamed for probably the shortest we've done for a little bit, and it was 9 hours and 12 minutes.
I mean, what do you do during that time? Do you just
talk?
Yeah.
Just talking, hanging.
And it's live streamed. Is that what?
Live stream, and you can see the recordings. So the vibes get saved, unless I delete them because my rapping was really, really bad or something.
Yeah, you might want to delete that one. Consider delete.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay. Besides Twitch, though, you do all these amazing things and you create worlds in the metaverse, right? For different, we don't have to say who, but for pretty big companies and corporations, etc. But, what does that work like, and how do you think about it? And when you were growing up, were you always looking at designing things? I mean, you are an artist, so where do you get your inspiration from, and how do you think of those worlds? I
get my inspiration from, I know what nothing feels like, right? And I never want to go back to nothing, but I like to start with nothing and then build it up and create it, right? And a lot of people ask me, they're like, man, you're streaming for a long time. How do you find the time? Well, my good thing, my developers are in the Philippines currently. So when I get off stream, they're kind of waking up. And I don't know how. And I actually don't drink a lot of coffee. I only drink it for the taste, not for the energy. I don't know how I can work on 2 hours of sleep and be fully refreshed. Like I'm working on 1 hour and 50 minutes of sleep. I'm not tired. I'm fully refreshed. I'm up. I'm perfect. Everything is good.
So the metaverse, because it has Discord and Twitter, it's sort of close to the same things that you use on Twitch, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Same tools. A lot of the same tools. A lot of crossing. I believe most people on Twitch will be streaming metaverses really soon.
When you think about the metaverse, do you think NFTs will be a sort of a way that we exchange things in the metaverse?
1,000%. I think NFTs are going to be keys in the accessibility, right? The metaverse will be the planet. NFTs will be the structures.
Mm-hmm. When we think about the metaverse right now, we see the connections are on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Is Twitch also a place where we're going to use some of that identity stuff?
1,000%. Just because most people, when they stream, they're already streaming for 8 hours. So I believe for Twitch, it makes sense to integrate that. And I doubt they wouldn't. That's a huge opportunity for them.
I think not everyone understands when we're talking about building something in the metaverse, what that even means. It's a world, it's a look. What would you like to be building in the metaverse? What are some things that you are working on or want to be doing?
My favorite we already done was hyperrealism. We did a concert hall. So the artist did a live concert. There's a lot of COVID restrictions. He cannot tour right now. So that was probably doing the set that he had before. The same set, the light positioning, everything was to his specs.
Got it.
That was really, really fun.
That is making the impossible possible, I guess, right? Because can't
Possible.
do it, but yeah, exactly.
Dee, if people want to understand Twitch, what's the easiest way to do it?
YouTube. A lot of YouTube videos, but watching other people, getting a sense, okay, I like this content. Let me put my own spin on it, right? Because a lot of content on Twitch, the content that people love, is not original. It's just kind of recycled from someone else.
Right.
But when you put your own take on it, it's original to you.
Right. Thank you, Dee. It's a lot to think about. Appreciate you sharing it with us.
Yes, got you.
Okay.
All right, well, we're gonna have you come back at some point so we can get
whenever you let me know. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.